Good evening and welcome to this edition of Newsletter on 6. I'm Jim Fuller. In tonight's news, free COVID-19 rapid tests are now available. Manchester police could use your help with an armed robbery, and discounts are available for some local internet services. We'll have these stories and more on tonight's Newsletter on 6.
I feel like we're safe at Parkview.
There's somebody on staff all the time. So if you need help, help is there.
We are surrounded with people that are looking after us and taking care of us.
The staff is wonderful and always available. We feel so safe and secure here.
I feel safe at Parkview all the time.
Hi, I'm Fran Gray with Alzheimer's Tennessee. When you receive a diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease for yourself or someone you love, please know that you do not have to go through this journey alone. Alzheimer's Tennessee is here for you to provide support and education, all the help you may need to get through this challenge. Our number is 931-434-2348. We encourage you to give us a call. We're here to help.
Welcome back. Starting this past Saturday, many Americans can get home COVID-19 tests at no cost through their private insurance. They can obtain these tests from pharmacies, retailers, and online vendors. The program is part of the Biden administration's effort to increase access to testing around the U.S. It will also distribute free home tests, which became available to order from the government website on Tuesday. Here's what you need to know about getting free home tests from retailers. Most Americans with private insurance can buy home tests online or in stores and have them paid for at the time of the purchase or get reimbursed by submitting a claim to their insurer. So make sure you save your receipts. The test won't be subject to copays or deductibles. Insurers may set up a network of preferred stores, pharmacies, or online retailers where consumers can receive tests at no cost up front. People could still buy tests outside that network, but insurers will only have to reimburse up to $12 for each one. Consumers should contact their insurers to find out if they provide direct coverage or if claims must be submitted. You will not need to visit a doctor to get the free test, and insurers must pay for up to 8 tests per covered individual per month. So a family of 4 could get 32 tests each month. This is not retroactive, so only tests bought starting January the 15th qualify. Finding home tests is proving challenging in many places, even as retailers limit the number that can be purchased by one customer. We called around Tullahoma on Wednesday afternoon and found that rapid tests only could be found locally in limited numbers at Walgreens, while Publix and CVS are sold out and don't know when they will get any more tests. And Tullahoma Drug has never carried them and does not intend to. If you want to order some of the free COVID-19 tests that the Biden administration has made available directly to Americans, you can go to the new website, that's covidtest.gov, to order the test. Tests are expected to ship within 7 to 12 days of being ordered. Initially, the website orders will be limited to 4 tests per residential household. The White House will also set up a hotline for those who cannot order online but has not yet announced a launch date for it. Medicare only covers at no charge COVID-19 testing done in a lab when ordered by a medical professional. Those enrolled in the Care Advantage plan should check with their insurer to see if the cost of the home test will be covered. Medicaid and the Children's Health Insurance Program, known as CHIP, already covers home tests with no cost sharing, but enrollees should contact their state agencies for specific coverage details. Also, the Department of Human Services is providing up to 50 million free home tests to community health centers and Medicare certified health clinics for distributions to patients and the community. Manchester police are seeking 3 suspects who robbed the Manchester Cash Express at Gunpoint Tuesday afternoon, January the 18th. According to Manchester Police Department authorities, 2 black males and 1 white male entered the store at approximately 3:30 p.m., produced firearms, and demanded money. The suspects then left, traveled down Rye Street, turned onto Emerson Street, and then proceeded east onto McMinnville Highway. They were traveling in a white Hyundai crossover. Anyone with information about the robbery is encouraged to contact Manchester Police Department investigators Benjamin Sneed or Troy Adcock at 931-728-2099. We'll be right back after these messages.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
The Bookshelf in Tullahoma is the fundraising arm of the Coffee County Literacy Council. Since 1988, the Literacy Council's goal and purpose has been to support and promote adult basic education in Coffee County. We enable individuals to complete their high school equivalency exam, which helps them get better jobs or continue into higher education. The Bookshelf at 114 Southwest Atlantic Street in Tullahoma is where we sell used books, which are donated to us by the community. Come see us, bring your books to donate, and join us as you find every genre of books that you can imagine.
Welcome back. New and returning Montello State students may receive a free T-Mobile 5G smartphone this spring semester to support academic and student success, according to college officials. The free mobile phone giveaway began on the first day of classes, Tuesday, January 18th, across all Montello campus locations. The free mobile phone first-time initiative giveaway launched last fall through a partnership between Montello State and T-Mobile when 1,300 students received free Samsung Galaxy A32 5G smartphones in support of their education. An additional 800 students may receive a mobile phone this spring. Phones will be distributed on a first-come, first-served basis to close out the year-long program initiative. Dr. Michael Torrance, Montello president, said, quote, "The free mobile phone initiative has been student-centered, very successful, and even life-changing for some. And we want to conclude this academic year by gifting all 2,100 phones to our students. Our purpose rests with helping our students transition future-ready into the workforce or while choosing to further their educational pursuits. We are committed to creating the internal infrastructure and providing the tools needed needed across our economical ecosystem. Our rationale for seeking such an enabling partnership with T-Mobile is braided together among the need to address hunger, healthcare, and homelessness. The preloaded applications will support our students," end quote. Mobile phones can be secured from a campus library during regular business hours. Students must show proof of enrollment. The phones are available to credit students, including high school dual enrollment and workforce development students. Once secured, the phones are the property of the student and will not be returned to the college. Through the partnership, Montello State was gifted 2,100 Samsung Galaxy smartphones with T-Mobile service on their 5G network. All services included unlimited hotspots, talk, text, and data are free for one academic year, which began in August 2021 and ends in May 2022. The phone features Outlook, OneDrive, Khan Academy, D2L, Brightspace, and many more helpful options. The one-year free phone service was paid for by funding sources blended to support students negatively impacted by the pandemic. The intention is for the free phones to support retention, academic, and student success. These devices will help students in 3 critical areas: mental health, hunger, and homelessness. Montello's goal is to best prepare its students with integrated services both through work, training, and personal support. At the most recent Lunch and Learn at D.W. Wilson, Elizabeth Taylor explained her interest in World War II internment camps.
Some people, when I tell these stories, they want to understand why I bring them to life. I think it is important to look at these stories, to understand in a time of stress, in a time of war, how we act, how we behave toward individuals that are different from us. A lot of the individuals, I have been able to look at the archives for the POW commander. He did POWs and the civilian internees, and his comment was, a lot of these individuals should never have been there, because he went out, he talked to them, he got to know them, and wanted to understand their stories. And a lot of these individuals years later kept writing to him and came to see him. He went back to South Carolina. And so I think it's a testament that based on how we treat others, how they in turn behave. And I think there's still a lot of research that we need to do on civilian internees to understand the entire population, to get to know a relationship and a face with it, instead of having it just a general type of situation. And I'm happy to answer any questions that anybody might have about this or anything about Camp Forrest in general.
You mentioned other places that he might want, several of these may have been in different places. Where would be some of those?
Camp Meade in Maryland, Texas, and North Dakota, Camp Forrest, and I believe there was one in New York as well.
Okay, was Crossville up there?
Crossville was a POW camp.
POW camp.
Mm-hmm. There were 11 POW camps in Tennessee at the time.
You mentioned that, initially there, President Roosevelt, in reaction to Pearl Harbor, that this process started. Did it kind of ebb and flow over the course of the war? Was there any correlation between events happening in Europe, or just all happened at the beginning and then people sort of stayed, or you never kind of look at that through that lens?
Did like the civilian internees stay? They were given the option to stay and try to get released, or they could be sent back to Germany. But individuals that had been here decades, who had no ties to Germany, who left, came to be U.S. citizens, a lot of them did not take that option because they didn't have anything to go to, and they knew what was going on over there. After probably the initial mid-December 41, that aspect of it did peter out as far as arresting people, but they were detained throughout. And it wasn't just males, females were incarcerated as well.
Really? Did you, I've heard with Japanese that you'll see now someone that's older, look back and talk about it as a child. I've usually heard Japanese more, but were any of these, were the German folks, we have children in the camp too, or?
At Camp Forrest, there were no families, there were no children. They were, Camp Forrest was basically male, all men there. But there were, like Camp Crystal in Texas, that was a family internment camp. And a lot of the Japanese, because you hear about that more so, there was a second proclamation by January 42 that further restricted and set up those camps. So they were, depending on how you view it, treated much differently than the individuals that I'm researching on this coast.
The Affordable Connectivity Program is an FCC benefit program that helps ensure that households can afford the broadband they need for work, school, healthcare, and more. The benefit provides a discount of up to $30 per month toward internet services for eligible households. Eligible households can also receive a one-time discount of up to $100 to purchase a laptop, desktop, computer, or tablet from participating providers if they contribute more than $10 and less than $50 toward the purchase price. The Affordable Connectivity Program is limited to one monthly service discount and one device discount per household. A household is eligible if a member of the household meets at least one of the criteria below, has an income that is at or below 200% of the federal poverty guidelines or participates in certain assistance programs such as SNAP, Medicaid, Federal Public Housing Assistance, SSI, WIC, or Lifeline is approved to receive benefits from the free and reduced price school lunch programs or the school breakfast program, including through the USDA Community Eligibility Provision in the 2019 through 2022 school year, received a federal Pell Grant during the current award year, or meets the eligibility criteria for a participating provider's existing low-income program. 2 steps to enroll. Go to the acpbenefit.org to submit an application or print out mail-in application. Contact your preferred participating provider to select a plan and have the discount applied to your bill. Some providers may have an alternative application that they will ask you to complete. Eligible households must both apply for the program and contact a participating provider to select a service plan. Locally, Charter Spectrum and AT&T are the only providers offering the discount. Stay with us. More news is coming up in a moment.
It's not invoice. It's not MSRP. It's not Christmas Day, although it may feel like it. It's the lowest prices in Middle Tennessee, period. Get to Stan McNabb Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram or Stan McNabb Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac before these prices are gone forever.
We teach Parkinson's patients how to move big and not let the Parkinson's slow them down. I've had patients I've treated in-house that could not even stand up, could not roll over in the bed, left the facility walking with a walker, have come back to us in outpatient and continued their big program and are now completely, handling life. The success of the program is just phenomenal.
Let us champion your recovery. Life Care Center of Tullahoma.
Welcome back. At Tuesday's Tullahoma Planning Commission meeting, Mary Samago gave a report of building activities in Tullahoma during 2021 and extrapolated on what we should look forward to in the new year.
I think Mary's prepared a year in review for us for 2001.
Yes, thank you. It was at the very end of your Planning Commission packet. I've included this for your review, just some data as far as all the activity we had in the year 2021. Also for the public's knowledge, we had 16 rezoning applications, 3 variance applications, 1 zoning appeals administrator case, 4 zoning ordinance or subdivision regulation amendments, 14 zoning verification letters were issued administratively, 18 home occupation permits were issued, 10 non-residential site plans were approved, a total of 41 subdivision applications creating 316 new residential lots on 220 acres were approved, and approximately 60 new homes were constructed. As far as anticipated work program for 2022, we should complete and adopt the new 2040 comprehensive plans sometime this spring. And then following that, I anticipate doing some major revisions to the zoning ordinance as well as the subdivision regulations to enact some of those policy decisions that are going to be in the new comprehensive plan. And then also as an aside, we will be working with the Board of Mayor and Aldermen to revisions through the stormwater regulations through our Public Works Department. Saying that, is there anything else that the Planning Commission would like to discuss as far as workload for 2022?
There was a presentation that was prepared by the city civil engineer for the drainage out in the northeastern quadrant of the city. Can we put that on the agenda sometime?
Yes, I'll put that on the agenda.
Thank you.
For the Avoca Riley Creek?
Yes, that's it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
There's 60 new houses constructed. Is that Tullahoma, or is that Tullahoma plus the?
That is just Tullahoma. That data I just pulled.
Do you have the number for the urban? growth map?
No, I do not right now, but I can get that information and provide it to you at the next meeting.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Do you want that for the Coffee County and Franklin County UGB?
Yes, I'd like it separately. if you could.
Okay.
So, Mary?
Yes, sir.
I would assume that we'd expect something like 200 plus homes to be built in the year 2022 based off of the approval. That's quite a bit of jump from 60 homes.
It's hard to tell the construction activity. I mean, because all the lots were created, some of it doesn't mean they're necessarily all come online the following year, but I would anticipate a big jump for our numbers for next year.
Do you have any data, Mary? I don't want to put you on the spot, but this is 2001 data. This is excellent. Do you have any sense what happened in 2020, 1918? The 316 new lots, how big is that of a jump compared to prior years? Any sense of that?
I don't, it's definitely an increase. I do have that data. If you want to give me how far back you want me to go, I have data probably back, consistent data back to about 2018.
I think that'd be interesting to see that curve.
Okay.
You know, I definitely, I mean, it seems like we're approving a lot of new lots. And Tullahoma didn't grow much at all in 2000, 2010, and it started peaking up, moving up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, going back to 2018 would be very interesting to look at.
So do you expect 2022's workload to be similar or larger?
I anticipate more cases in 2022, and then I anticipate more agenda items either on the regular agenda for all of the anticipated, like I said, zoning ordinances, subdivision regulation amendments, or it might be more appropriate to have regularly scheduled work sessions to go through text amendments, because that can be kind of a lengthy process. Usually, like, one text amendment can have an hour of discussion, the back and forth, weighing the pros and cons, working through the actual line by line, word by word. So it depends on how the Planning Commission wants to handle it in this upcoming year, or even into 2023, if you want to just at the end of every monthly agenda tackle one section of a code update, or just have separate work sessions.
So is that something that we need to decide now?
No, something just to kind of mull over.
Okay, thank you very much.
I'm not going to have any text amendments coming before you until at least the summer, so we got to get through the comp plan first.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family. Caring. Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
The individuals with dementia, those with Parkinson's, those that have maybe mobility issues, need caregivers. Well, those caregivers are 24 hours a day at home, and they never get a rest. And if they have to go to work, they're kind of out of luck. So that's why Trinity came into existence 25 years ago, to allow the caregivers to have a safe center where they could put their loved ones, know they would be well cared for, stimulated, fed good nutritious meals, have activities to their level, and then the caregiver can stop by and pick them up and go on home and have some continuity into their life.
Welcome back. The IRS regularly prepares video to help taxpayers. In this video, we learn how people with disabilities can get assistance with filing their taxes.
Hi, I'm Christine, and I work for the Internal Revenue Service. We have lots of accessible tax information online for people with disabilities. Go to irs.gov/accessible to find what you need. Here, you can get tax information in many helpful formats. We created tax products just for people who use assistive technology, such as screen reading software, refreshable braille displays, and voice recognition software. Our accessibility page is a gateway to tax information in accessible PDF, Braille and text, HTML, and large print. You can also find videos in American Sign Language, disability information for individuals, businesses, and others. You can even get information for veterans with disabilities. If you click the link for the IRS social media page, you can learn more about the IRS To Go mobile app and our presence on YouTube, Twitter, and other social media platforms. When it's time to file your taxes, you may be able to get free, face-to-face help from an IRS-trained volunteer at a volunteer income tax assistance site near you. Go to irs.gov/FIDA to learn what services may be available in your area. Remember, all this information and more is always available at irs.gov/accessible.
Stay with us. Your weather forecast is coming up next.
MacArthur Manor Assisted Living is passionate about creating better experiences for our Manchester seniors. Our residents describe us in a few words.
Welcoming.
When you walk through the doors at MacArthur Manor, we'll treat you like family.
Caring.
Through high standards of personalized care, we help residents live life to its fullest.
Engaging.
With a wide range of life-enriching activities, there is something for everyone at MacArthur Manor. With our residents and staff now vaccinated, call us today to schedule your safe and personalized tour.
We're losing it, Doctor.
Not on my shift. Quickly, brush. Roller.
What a transformation. It's gonna be okay.
Okay, nothing.
At Paintworks of Tullahoma, we specialize in domestic emergencies with Martin Senior Paints. You can be the paint doctor too when you treat your home with Martin Senior interior and exterior finishes.
Doctor, we've got another one.
Got you covered.
Paintworks of Tullahoma. Come see the paint doctor, Stat.
Welcome back. We'll take a look at your weather forecast at this time, starting with your weather history on this day. Our record high was in 1920 at 70 degrees. The record low was in 1985 at minus 10 degrees. The average high on this day is 48 and the average low is 29. Mostly cloudy weather expected tonight with a low of 20. Mostly cloudy weather in the forecast for Friday with a high of 33 and a low of 17. And rain and possibly some snow on Saturday with a high of 40 and a low of 21. And that's our news leader report for this evening. We invite you to join us each Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at 6, 8, and 10 for News Leader on 6. You have a good evening.